Alrighty, welcome back. I'm glad you come back. I don't like what we have here, so let's fix it. I'm your man, Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera, and we are on air. Do not like what's going on, so I always say if you don't like something, fix it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Don't like what I did there, but hey, we're trying something. We're trying to fix something. And that's what I did to try to hold it on right at the present moment. I'm trying to do it as quickly as possible with any everyday tools. Let's do this. Let's knock it off. And the reason I'm going to knock it off is because I'm going to do it the way that I first originally wanted to do it. Basically, I took the easy way out. And what I mean by took the easy way out, I only made one roll. Gonna fall as soon as And any time you're doing this, when you're tacking this stuff on, you want to cut it off with the least amount of damage as possible, obviously. Hoping that we'll get to use the same piece of metal. Not sure. Not sure. Now, once I get this off, we're going to take a different route with it. All right, there's a piece that we did the one roll across the back. It would have worked. It would have worked if what? This here's got too much shape for just this, rolling up like this. This shape right here, that's what I'm thinking. It's got too much shape. As soon as you hit that right there, you hit that and went into there and it flattened it out. Because if we cut it off here and had less shape going on here, it just would have rolled up very nice and did the perfect thing right across there. But this piece right here held it out, I'm thinking. Want to see if the trunk is back in shape. Want to see if it's actually where it should be. And the reason I'm thinking that the front is still the same, across that line there. It looks like it could come down a bit. Not a whole bunch, but a little tiny bit. Just slide it down a little bit, check it out a little bit. The only reason I'm thinking is that front line there. That's the only reason I'm thinking that. Just want to see that work a little better. That's not bad right there. That far back on that. Okay. I'm going to center that way. I'll look at it one more time. I'd be crazy not to look it over. Now what I'm thinking, see this piece right here? Curve right there is not out past this curve. I don't want that. You know, I gotta have at least go a little bit out. So what I did when I was looking at that, I was figuring out how I was gonna do it before. I grabbed a piece of round rod out there in the junk pile and I bent it sort of in shape of what I think maybe the center piece could be. So if I'm going to put a piece in here, I think I may as well put, something in here that I can weld from here. Maybe I can get it from here, somewhere in around there, and make it look good. Now, what did I do last time? See that? See how I'm putting that on there? That's out too far. That little, you see that gap right there? See, I got that on there like that. I'm just checking it out. I got a bend. I didn't know if it's right or not, so I'm bending it and testing it. As I put that up there, if I make a piece of metal go from the inside of that line and come up there, it's really not going to be that nice. So if I bring it down some, trying to bring it down so there's no gap in there, and I still have a curve down here. See, that could work for me. I'm thinking we're come down some more. I'm just making a line from this trunk lid going down. I want to make a... I'd even like to have a little more curve going in that, to be honest with you. Let's bend it. Bend it some more. So I'm going to put that in there. So I'm going to put that in there, and then I'm going to make each piece of metal come to it. Do that easy. See, I like that. That's nice. If I'm going by the inside line here or the outside, if I took the inside line, that's coming down nice from the trunk lid coming down. It's not coming in, it's coming down nice. Fitting on this nice, and probably get that punched in a little maybe far. That looks good. So if I took the inside line, I'm going to do this. I can change it by just riding it up further, how far it goes. Then if I do that, well then it's going to be poking in quite a ways when it comes to the trunk lid. I think you can see that, or what I'm getting at. So I'm just picking the best place of the angle. And it's right, that center. See, center's there. I'm going to say it's right there. I'm going to cut that off there. Cut that off there. Try it. That's all we can do. Tried it the first time, failed. That's okay. That's okay. All we did is make it go around in circles. Didn't take us very long. We talk more than we work. Didn't we, baby? Talk more than we work. A shape, all it is like, I know the shape that's here, I know the shape that's there, but in the center, I haven't got nothing to go by, so this is the shape that I should have made, right? But I didn't. That's okay. This is the shape, I need the shape in there to come to, so we'll just what? I don't want to lift it up any harder, so I'm going to take a little bit off. Which one? How about take a saw blade off each? How's that? That makes it fair to me because they're both fitting so good. Right on. Now, I think I want to pull this lip out some. I do want to pull this lip because it's coming down too hard. And if I take the trunk lid up, it just gets worse. Okay, 1, 2, channel locks, I'm thinking. These will work. Might want to bend that edge up some. Let's do it. Now we're talking. Gives me a nice shape to come to. What am I thinking? I like to have it flush with this metal here. I don't care, this lip here, I don't mind this lip here. When I lay a piece of metal, I want to bring it to that edge right there. I don't care about that lip because it's basically, I can hook something to it. I can fasten something to it if I want to put something inside. It's clean cut. We've cleaned it on both sides. So I'm going to leave it there underneath. And it could be for anything, to be honest with you, but I'm going to overlap it and come to that edge so I can grind it off and make it look nice. If I weld it on top of that, then I got to fill it all the way out anyways, which I'm going to have to fill it out no matter which way I do it, to be honest with you. But if I weld it on the edge, I can make it look a little bit nicer. Where I've got this underneath here, I'm probably going to cut that and bring that out to its potential. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing down here. Then I can weld it up and then I can place my piece in. That's what I'm going to do. I have material down here. I got seam sealer down here. I got some rock guard down there. I'm going to have to deal with it. It'll just be what it is, what it is. Take that out. I'm just going to cut that out so we can bring that out to the same level. I'm just trying to eye it up with the center down here and it be what it's going to be. I'm thinking that the piece up front with it screwed on across the panel pack is keeping this trunklet basically straight where I want it. But if this is off a little bit, does not matter. We're still filling it out when we make the line. So that should be good. Like, there's no fear. I so badly didn't want to get back into that, but it is what it is. Like, sometimes you just don't know. Sometimes you don't know. Just a little bit. Like that now, would you? Pretty. Then when the metal comes over, when I lay it on top of this, I'm going to lay it on top of this. I just got a couple holes punched in. That's no big deal. Like, that can be plugged off a seam sealer or anything probably. I'm going to beat that tight to this piece. But what I'm going to say is, I got to see if the trunklet's good or not. Then I'm going to tack that in there and we'll make two pieces to go to it. What can I say? To be honest with you, it does not matter what this shape is back here. I can make it whatever I want. Jolene keeps saying, like, you can extend the fenders. Yes, I can. I can extend the fenders. But I do have a shape there where the fenders exactly end. And if I can get a piece to go here over to there and keep a nice shape, even if it does, like if I got this and this, which I will have here in a minute, but if I can keep that and come to a nice peak here, there's so much room here for more art. Basically, what I mean by art is there's tail lights to go on it. There's a whole bunch of stuff to go on it. This right here, see this right here? I think it's perfectly where it's at because I'm thinking this is lined up with this lined up. All I have to do is go over it and go to where the drip rail molding is. I think that's perfect there. When I look at this right here, to this point right here, I can't dip this. Or I suppose, but I don't feel like it's going to be a nice appealing panel coming around. If I dip this below this. And if you can see, when I take, just showing you what I'm thinking. If I dip that below, see if I dip it below, then I'm going in. Like, I want to go up, but I don't want to go in past, what can I say? I basically want to keep it nice and easy. I can lay a piece of metal right on here and go right up to that ridge, and it's not going to look bad. Just like that. No wheeling, no nothing. I just have to make sure that I get it in the right spot, and I feel like I'm not on a bad angle. Now, if I was on a, yeah, that's what I'm trying to explain. I'm going to go with it because it is what it is. Got to get something done. We're having a issue right now. We've called for gas for twice for the MIG welder, and not able to receive it right at the present moment. And I said to Jolene just a couple days before, just before we couldn't get gas, I said, could you imagine if we couldn't get materials? Like, let's face it, we work every day. We need materials. And if we couldn't get materials, it's not good. We do something else, wouldn't we, baby? We'd order different materials. That's for sure.
Start building houses.
Jolene wants me to start building houses. That's what she wants me to do. Can't say it's a blamer. I'm going to back that. I'm going to knock this down just a little bit more. Now we're talking. Just got to stay with it, I guess, until it, bows over and says, okay, I guess we're going to weld up. That's basically it for me. And that sort of stuff, right? You stay with it until it sticks. Let's get some air rocking and rolling. We're going to get things warm. Might as well get some air rocking and rolling. Better start two-stepping too, because I got 2 panels I want to make and roll. Looks good already. Like I'm happier with it already, and the reason being is I got some shape around the bum there that doesn't look too good. Welding this round rod up through here to the middle. I'm totally 100% going to hit the big round rod first and then roll it over to the sheet metal. Things move. You might not think it, but just change the angle of this a little bit. The trunk lead comes down. Just change the angle of this little piece a little bit to make myself happy down there. Gotta weld this up before I decide. I guess where I've got the trunk lid on the front connected, I feel like it's the best place because it hooks up just right, hooks up onto that package tray. We're just on the other side of it. We just changed the angle of it quite a bit, that's all. And now we have to accommodate it. English, Chad. English, not Finnish. English. That was just me practicing, that's all. Let's grind that off, see what that looks like. Looks good already with that, doesn't it? Looks better already, doesn't it? Looks better already. Also, could have done that with that piece on there, but I feel like it just would have, the metal would have drove right in there and made a big crease in it. And we basically don't want that. We want something actually to fit, I think, somewhat. Double grinded this right here. Doug was into today. Got the frame flipped upside down. We're trying to cut it off because we're going to flip it upside down, weld the other side. There's a lot of working like that. Like you don't really get to see because it's pretty hard because it's just continuously welding and grinding and ugh. But anyways, they say it's a car I want to build in my brain, and I only do what my brain tells me to do. All right, we're going to buzz that off, and then we're going to make cut pieces. We have the little drill, we'll clean that up. That's a little bit more where we have the chance. I don't know if it matters or not, but I just got a chance to clean it a little bit. Let's cut this piece in half. I'm hoping I'm going to get it. I'm not sure. We had a little bit of an overhang on each side. I'm hoping we're going to get it, so I'm going to cut it in half and go for it. I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to make it work. That looks much better. If you come over here and take a look at that, that looks much better. Much better. Grasshopper. 38 and a half, baby. 38, what was it, 19? 19 and a quarter?
Yep.
I should have done down here, 19 and a quarter. All right. I'm going to cut it so it looks like it's center. I don't know if it's going to be center. I got that angle wrong there. It's hard to tell if it's center. This angle here is different than that angle. It's just kind of a hodgepodge. So we'll cut it in half and go for it. See what happens. If not, if it doesn't fit, I have to make a new piece of metal. But if, basically this is what I'm looking at. If I do not try to make that fit and just grab a new piece of metal, I really will not know if it works or not. Also, any mistakes that I make on this piece of metal, I can transfer it to the new piece, the information I'm going to get. This is actually right here, right now, is the best car building you could ever watch. And the reason being is, you watch somebody do something, you might have thought different at the time, whatever. But as you watch, I'm doing this, as I failed, putting the first piece on, because I took an idea and I went with it. I failed. So now what has to happen is, you basically have to go back inside the house and you have to think about how are you going to fix that, basically. How are you going to fix that? So this is what I've come up with. You see that I bent a rod up there. So I basically took some time and I thought about when I bring those two pieces together in the center, like I was first going to start, how am I going to fix it? Or how am I going to bring that together? Now, all right, looking good. All right, yabba dabba do. All right, let's wow, nice, beautiful. I want to do it again. I want to take out some of this. See that stuff there? I'm gonna have to play that a little tiny bit. It's all crooky. See it? Yeah, it's all crooky. So we're gonna just play that a little bit with the hammer before we put it on. Hammer. You obviously want a body hammer with a good edge on it if you're gonna start doing it. Just gonna buzz it off with heads off of the grinder. And then I feel like as we go along here, you're gonna watch me conquer what we thought as I failed, and that's a good thing. All right, I like that. That fits really nice. Like I can't say any more about it like that. If you watch, like see it up the center, fits really nice. Got a nice angle going up there. Just press it in there a little bit. There's my bottom. Tuck it in and make it nice and tight. Just, I'm in love. Let's do the other one. Or I could put that one on right now, to be honest with you.
Did you roll that the opposite way? Like, I didn't see that.
Did I weld it the opposite way?
Roll it.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, let's do this one. How I got this here, before we did it this way, right? We rolled the panel this way. Now I've got it rolled this way. Now we're going up this way. Remember we tried to go around this way. So now we're fitting. It's really fitting quite dashing there actually. I can put that on and make that work. How about I put that on and make it work? And then you know exactly. I'll do the other side. Let's bend the other side. Only got one screw mark in it. I'll hit that and clean that right now. You don't have to hit metal too hard to make it do what you want to do. You just have to tap it. For these, I tapped it quite hard there, to be honest. That's why I said that. All right. Now, See, I've got it going this way. See that?
It's rolled that way.
Yeah, it's rolled this way. We tried to put it on that way. Now, we're gonna roll it in this way. So we've got to roll this way, and we're gonna go the other way. I like it to have a little bit of pressure on it. I like that the bottom is not right tight down, so I can, if it comes, you know, any action comes in, if it gets any kind of, feel like the metal's getting a little bit warpy or loose or whatever, when I bring the metal down here and I tap it in tight there, it'll pull that metal down nice and tight. So now we put it on this way. And, which one you want me to put on first? It does not matter. Let's just put them on. Let's just put them on. I'm gonna take a marker. It's not fitting the way I think it should fit right at the present moment. The reason being, wow. I'm gonna put that one on right there. I'll cut it, I'll get it on there, and I'll cut it while it's on there. So I'm going to help everything I got going on here, help me put these panels on. I'm going to rely on this bent up piece here, the edge of that trunk lid there, and this right here. See a little bit, I want to bend up there with the hammer. All I'm doing is looking for a place for it to fit really good, where I can nail it on. I'm looking that it covers every place I want to weld. You know what I'm trying to tell you? I want it to do everything above before I tack it. And I'll probably tack it in the best place possible. And I think the best place possible is right there. I can cut it off from there. It's holding it there. I don't mind that little bit of gap there. I don't mind that. I'll weld that seam up, that's fine. I don't want to come up any higher because I want to weld that along that edge. So I'm going to go here. Good. I got a nice line down through here. This stuff up here can be dealt with. Let's cut it and go with it. Kind of too bad I went down that far, but I'm going to push it. Go for it. Just closing my eyes, and I didn't do a very good job at it. Both of them broke off. Just show me actually where I can cut. Just spotting on this side, so when I cut it off, I know where to cut, because I'm basically going in further than that. I know I'm cutting that off, but I just want to know where to cut. When I come on this side, I know that I have where I'm at. Instead of just cutting it free-handed, I can basically follow the spot well. And it holds it on for me while I cut it. There. So now you know I got to cut on the outside of that. Should put one down the bottom just so I really know. There, now I know. This here's got to be cut. Lay that down a little bit. Let's cut it. Also, on this, good, don't push, it's not pushing down too hard. I'm just going to come back a little bit, do it. It's going to go back a little bit. Actually, no, it's going to go, and it's going good. I could have beat that lip. Now, see that right there? When that gets welded up, I'm going to weld from that corner to that piece. I will not weld beside it and leave that edge. I want to be able to grind it so it looks good. Let's cut. Not sure what I want to do there yet. Let's do this. Let's cut it and bring it together. See what happens. I'm just going to hold it things in and cut it. Okay. Let's do this. Here's my. Yeah. In my opinion, that should be cut apart there and pulled over some. I might actually cut that trunk lid and pull that over. But what I want to do right this second, I'm just going to tack it on this second. Just going to tack it on right there. I feel like this lip should be opened up some. There's quite an opening over there. The trunk lid probably could be moved around a little bit, but let's you know. So this here is like basically, I want to tack it all the way up through. That's basically where the fender goes on. I'm going to have a nice new welded seam where the fender goes on. Okay, now we've got some, there's where the fender goes on. We can change the action of that. We can do whatever we want. I'm going to get a hammer and a dolly. Can we not? Sure we can. They're kind of cool. This corner here is kind of up a little bit, but I think once that gets cut off, I'm not sure. Like it's got more, but then again, we're higher. We're obviously higher here than we are there. And what I mean is coming out this way, which is, I think is fantastic. Once the fender gets on, it would take away from that once the fender comes on, because the fender would be another part of this part, you know, that shape. So that's good. What was I doing?
Are you going to cut that seam in?
No, I'm going to dolly it first. I'm going to dolly it and see if I can make it into something. If I can make it into something, that's what I'd rather go with. You know what I mean? Just dolly this together here in the corner. It's going to have to be cut more. You can see that there's still more that has to be taken out of that. But if I can make that a soft roll there, this can be one piece here, you know, I can put one nice little piece here, and then I can put one nice piece here, rolled over and go to that, and just make it, simplify it for myself, I'm hoping. But I just dented that in, but now I might have to open the trunk lid and hit it back out. I've hit it before. I think what I might do is get that chewed off, and then I can see about the fender and all that stuff. I'll have to really know that sort of thing. Let's stick the other one on. And if I stick these on, and tuck this around the bottom. This right here, it's down there a little bit. I think what my ham is, I'll come in there and then hammer that edge and bring that out a little bit. So there's going to be some play in there, obviously. This is going to be butt welded down the edge of that, so there'll be a nice part where the fender goes on. It's going good. It's going good. Let's turn the welding on for a second. There. We'll go with that. That bottom I think is excellent. The reason being is I just tack it in all the way along the bottom. Actually, them holes, I can make them a little bit bigger and then plug weld that last piece on. We've got a nice piece coming up there, seam seal it, and be done with it. I think that's what I might do. All right, let's put this piece in. All right, I'm gonna spot it on right here. And the reason being is the bottom fits in the middle, and the rest of it I'm gonna have to make it work. Dirty spot of weld, I know, but put it on down this corner, make it fit, which it does. Then we'll make the rest fit. Good. All that shape. That's good. Got it up in here, see how it's not fitting in here? Got some overlap there. That doesn't look that good, does it? Let's make it look better. Put some air on it, cool it off. Just spotting the welds out a little bit better. I was like a little bit of a hurry here, trying to get both pieces on. I don't want to do it on, I want to do it on the bottom of the... Cool. Let's cut the rest of this. Generally you would follow the outside piece because you know you got enough metal. But the outside piece looks crooked to me, so I'm going to try to, it's very close on the inside. I can see the inside up here, so that's how I'm going to judge it. Looks good. You know, I should have been a little careful. Should have been checking that over there as I'm nailing that sucker on there. I should have been checking. Told you what I said at the top here. I am 100% going to weld from that line down. And for sake, only reason I'm going to do that is because I want to be able to grind it off nice. That's the only reason. And make it look nice when I'm grinding it off. I have that chance, why not? Let's make a line. It's quite a ways away from what the other side is, isn't it? So we can address it sort of. You know, when we weld it on, like when we cut that open, we can probably pry it over a little bit. Can do that, no problem whatsoever, I'm thinking. Nice. Nice. Yeah, got that. Now we're basically into this situation again. There comes the famous dog Fina. It's almost like I could have went up further on the other side. Maybe, I'm not sure. But I'll bang that around a little bit. That's fine. That's a nice transition actually. Right there. Weld that together. Beautiful. Alrighty, there's the bumper. This is the way we're going this time. I'm happy with it now. And the reason being is, when I look this way, I've got this. You know, fenders are here, but when I look down across the middle, I got this bum going on here, and I think that's a nice, that's nice. It's nice. Also, as that's on there, so I'm going to cut that, I'm going to butt weld that, or butt weld that along down there. I'm going to butt weld that down that edge. We'll weld that all up along there. We'll have to, I'm probably going to plug weld this on the bottom, plug weld that and just fill over the plug welds and seam seal the other side, or from the other side, no doubt in my mind. See what happens. We're up a little higher on that side. Also, we got to remember there's room here, like there's quite a bit of room here for something, right? Could be license plate thing, could be a bumper or tail lights. There's so much real estate there. And as I get looking at this, it's got a little peak on it. I've never, actually peaked a hood here. I don't think I ever peaked a hood on YouTube. I basically just run something up the center, which gives that, yes, we did, me and Jolene did a 40 Plymouth. We peaked it. We put a piece on the hood. But you can see the center of this piece. Exact same things going on in the front of the car here. I got to repair this because there's a lot of Bondo in it, but it's got a piece rolled down this side, coming with a shape. And it's got a roll piece rolled down this side, coming to a shape. And we've got sort of a peak coming on. And then we have a peak coming up. You see we have the peak, we're coming up here. This is basic one shape, brought together as a peak, up to a peak, up to a peak. So as we're in the back, when I put the fenders, well, I don't know which fender I should put on. As I put the fender on, I'm hoping, the fender. I think it's really going to look good. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter how we finish it off down the back. It's what we're doing, not what the car was. It obviously wasn't a convertible. We've taken the trunk lid and moved it to the top of the car. None of the angles are right. So we're basically making, there's a nice fender. We're basically making whatever we want. So when it comes to the back, as long as it has that peak and I have no dips in it, I'm very happy. As long as it stays nice and strong, like that. This part is higher than this. We've got a roll going this way, and we're going that way at the same time. All with the matter of doing it the way we done. Very much happy with that. We'll get it welded up, get it ground up, and then we'll move on. We've got some pieces to make here. I like to make them as easy as possible. I like to go from there over to there. Just as nice as possible, as easy as possible. Butt weld it to these ones, and then we'll have a piece to make here to make it go from over to there. And I'm hoping that goes easy too. But if we make a mistake, snip it off, do it again. Probably the best. That's the best right there, showing that, we changed up an idea and went with a different idea, and we even used the same material that we used to begin with, and we end up pulling off what we needed to. No English wheel, nothing other than my brain. You would never see any lows in that because of the shape it's in. And the reason I say lows, it's got highs, it's on an angle, you're not going to see anything in it. And if you don't have that stuff, let's face it, I could have spent 20 hours a week trying to make that panel. Bang, bang, bang. Bang, bang, bang. That's not the part that they show you, what that takes to do that, how long it takes. When we were in Australia, he had that machine and punched it out fairly quick. Yeah, I can see that, but to bang on a piece of metal and try to roll it out to get where you're going, you really have to do it to understand. You have to, there's a lot more to it than rolling it through. There's a lot of wheel marks in it. There's a lot of imperfections in it. Sometimes you get it too high. It can be devastating. That right there simplified the whole rear end within one mistake. Have a great day, everybody. Come back tomorrow. I really appreciate it. And let's get the bum on this thing.